Harman.
Taoiseach announces planning and rezoning tribunal. He says Ray Burke has questions to answer but shouldn't step aside. Mo Mowlam says northern settlement possible by Christmas if the parties are determined. New All-Ireland champions Kerry savour convincing victory over Mayo. And Ryder Cup cliffhanger sees Europe beat the US by just 1 point. Good evening. The Taoiseach is to establish a tribunal of inquiry to investigate the controversy surrounding planning and rezoning in North Dublin. Mr Ahern accepted that Foreign Affairs Minister Ray Burke would have to answer questions, but said the inquiry would not be focused on Mr Burke. He said he saw no reason why Mr Burke should step aside from his current position. However, the Green Party expressed outrage at the Taoiseach's decision to leave Mr Burke in his present ministry during the investigation. Mr Burke was unavailable for comment.
The controversial letter published in McGill last Thursday about procuring planning permission for land in North Dublin renewed pressure on the Minister for Foreign Affairs. 3 days after the letter was written in June 1989, Ray Burke received a donation of £30,000 from the developers JMSE. Over the weekend it emerged that the Progressive Democrats, who'd previously given unequivocal support to Mr Burke, were seeking an inquiry into the affair. Today, the Taoiseach accepted that the public believed the matter warranted further investigation.
One of the individuals in this has a huge amount of files and records which he is going to drip feed out to the media over the next number of months. There's no point in allowing that to happen. So what I'm going to do is to set up a separate inquiry. Hopefully it would not be a very lengthy inquiry that can examine all the matters to do with this particular site.
The Taoiseach said the tribunal would investigate what developers made rezoning applications for lands cited in the McGill letter, what politicians sponsored or voted for those rezonings. It would examine recommendations of local authority officials, what payments the relevant companies made to politicians and what their motives might be. However, Mr Ahern said that he saw no reason why Ray Burke should step aside while the new tribunal carried out its investigation.
He was not a member of the council, he was not an official of the council, he didn't own the land, he didn't sell the land, and he didn't build anything. So I think there are other people who have to answer questions, but for his part, there's no reason why he cannot go on with his job.
The Progressive Democrats declined to comment on the Taoiseach's announcement, though it's understood they're happy with the decision. Labour's Brendan Howland welcomed the Taoiseach's acceptance of the need for a tribunal, but said they were waiting to see its specific terms of reference. Democratic Left's environment spokesperson Eamon Gilmore described the decision as an embarrassing climb down, but said it would have made more sense to handle the matter through the Moriarty Tribunal. Fine Gael Chief Whip Sean Barrett agreed, saying the Moriarty Tribunal was the appropriate vehicle to investigate the Burke donation.
Minister Burke's contribution, which has caused all of this concern, should be dealt with by the Moriarty Tribunal. But if there are other matters that need investigation and a separate tribunal is required, then by all means let's have it.